Nantakoti Vaishnava Vrindiki Namacharya Shiva Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Shri Guru Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrindiki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Govardhana Chaukun Radha Kundi Giri Govardhan Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Shri Mathura Dham Ki Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Navadvip Dham Ki Ganga Mai ki, Yamuna Mai ki, Tulsi Devi ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Samveda Bhakta Vrinda ki, all glories to the assembled, all glories to the assembled, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guru, Advaita Acharya ki.
Взорвалось.
А?
Это взорвалось.
Не выдержала аурошок.
А это потухло.
Then it meets that. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
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 Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradari
Jai Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradari
Yashodanandana Brajajana Rana
Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanacha
Yamuna Tira Vanacha
Yamuna Tira Vanacha
Yamuna Tira Vanacha
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradari
Jaya Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradari
Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradari
Jai Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradari
Yashodanandana Brajajana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Randana Yamunatira Vanachami Yamunatira Vanachami Jaya Radha Madhava Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Now it's second canto, chapter 7, number 39. Sarge Tapoham Rishayo Nava Ye Pradesha Staneta Dharmamaka Manu Amara Vanisha Ante Tu Adharma Hara Manu Vashasuraja Maya Vibhutaya Imaha Guru Shakti Bhaja Sarge Tapoham Rishayo Navaye Prajesha Staneta Dharma Maka Manvanava Bhavana Isha Ante Twadharma Haramanyu Vashasuraja Maya Vibhutaya Ima Purushakti Bhaja Sarge Tapoham Rishayo Navaye Prajesha Stane Tadharma Makamat Manvamara Vanisha Ante Twadharma Harimanyu Vashasuraja Maya Vibhutaya Bhima Purushakti Bhaja
Sarge Tapoham Rishayo Navaye Prajesha Stane Tadharma Makaman Vamaravanyisha
Stane Tadharma Makaman Vamaravanyisha
Ante Tvadharma Haramanyu Vashasuraja
Anye Twadharma Haramanyu Vashasuraja
Maya Vibhutaya Vibhutaya Imah Purushaktivaja
Maya Vibhutaya Ima Purushakti Vaja
Sarge tapoham rishayo navaye prajesha
Sarge tapoham rishayo navaye prajesha
Sthane tadharma makaman amaravanisha
Stane dharma makaman amaravanisha
Ante tvadharma haramanyuvasa suradya
Ante dharma haramanyu vasasuradya
Maya vibhutaya ima purushakti vaja
Maya vibhutaya ima purushakti vaja Sarge tapoham rishayo navaye prajesha
Sarge tapoham rishayo navaye prajesha
Stane dharma makaman amaravanisha
Sthane tadharma makaman amaravanisha
Ante dharma haramanyu vasasuradya
Ante tadharma haramanyuvasa suraja
Maya vibhutaya ima purushakti vaja
Maya vibhutaya ima purushakti vaja Sage tapoham rishayo navaye prajesha
Sarve tapoham rishayo navaye prajesha
Stane tatama makaman amaravanisha
Stane dharma makaman amaravanisha
Ante tvadharma haramanyuvasa suratya
Ante dharma haramanyu vasasuradya
Maya vibhutaya imam purushakti vaja
Maya vibhutaya imam purushakti vaja
Finish. Sarge
Sarge
in the beginning of creation.
In the beginning of creation,
Tapa
Tapa
penance.
penance,
Aham
Aham
myself.
myself
Rishaya
Rishaya
sages.
sages,
Nava
Nava
9,
nine. Ye prajeshaha,
Ye prajesha
those who would generate.
those who can generate.
Stane
Stane
in the middle while maintaining the creation.
In the middle while maintaining the creation.
Ata
Ada,
certainly.
certainly,
Dharma
Dharma,
religion.
religion,
Maka
Maka,
Lord Vishnu.
Lord Vishnu,
Manu
Manu,
the father of mankind.
the Father of mankind,
Amara
Amara,
the demigod,
demigods,
deputed to control the affairs of maintenance.
the beauty of all the affairs of maintenance.
Avanisha
Avanisha,
and the kings of different planets.
and the kings of different planets.
Ante
Ante,
at the end.
at the end,
Two but a dharma,
Dharma,
irreligion.
irreligion,
Hara
Hara,
Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva,
Manu Vasha
Manyuvasha,
subjected to anger.
subjected to anger.
Asura Aja
Asura,
atheists,
atheists,
the enemies of the devotees.
the enemies of the devotees.
Maya,
Maya,
energy.
energy,
Vibhutaya,
Vibhutaya,
powerful representatives.
powerful representatives.
Imaha,
Imaha,
all of them.
all of them.
Purushakti Bhaja,
Purushakti Vaja,
of the supreme powerful Lord.
of the supreme powerful Lord.
Translation. At the beginning of creation, there are penance, myself, Brahma, and the Prajapatis, the great sages who generate. Then during the maintenance of the creation, there are Lord Vishnu, the demigods, with controlling powers, and the kings of different planets. But at the end, there is irreligion, and then Lord Shiva and the atheist, full of anger, etc. All of them are different representative manifestations of the energy of the supreme power, the Lord. Purport by Shiva. The material world is created by the energy of the Lord, and it is manifested in the beginning of the creation with the penance of Brahmaji, the first living being in the creation. And then there are the 9 Prajapatis, known as the great sages. In the stage when the creation is maintained, there are devotional service to Lord Vishnu, factual religion, the different demigods and the kings of different planets who maintain the world. At last, when the creation is preparing to wind up, there is first the principle of the religion, then Lord Shiva, along with the atheist, full of anger. But all of them are but different manifestations of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahadev Shiva are different incarnations of different modes of material nature. Vishnu is the Lord of the mode of goodness, Brahma is the Lord of the mode of passion, and Shiva is the Lord of the mode of ignorance. And ultimately, the material creation is but a temporary manifestation meant to give a chance of liberation to the conditioned souls who are entrapped in the material world. And one who develops the mode of goodness under the protection of Lord Vishnu has the greatest chance of being liberated by following the Vaishnava principles and thus being promoted to the kingdom of God, no more to return to this miserable material world. Om Gana Timiramasya, Ganandinasharataya, Chaksura Militanyena Tasmai Shri Gudave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam, Stapitam Yena Bhutale, Sayam Rup Kadamayam Dadati Swa Parantikam, Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta, Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha, Shri Rupam Sajajatam Sahagana Ragana, Tanvitam Tam Sajivam, Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahita, Krishna Chaitanya Devam, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana, Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale, Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Iti Namane, Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pracharane, Nirvisesha Shunyavadi, Paschatcha Desatarane. Vanchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Maha Padanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gauravate Namaha. Panchatatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhakta Avataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shantikam. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate, Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste, Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vishabhanu Sute Devi, Pranamami Hari. Today is the appearance day of Dvaita Acharya. So he is very important. Mahavishnu and one of the most intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya and the Panchatattva, Bhaktavatara, incarnation of Bhakti. So we can, I think, talk about him. The other stuff is bewildering, but it's how the material world goes on. In the beginning, Lord Brahma gets creative power and creates the Prajapatis, and then has to be maintained, and finally it's annihilated. Everybody's angry, but Lord Shiva is an annihilator. But Lord Shiva is never in the mode of ignorance. He's in charge of it. So he's very, very merciful. And he's associating with those in the mode of ignorance, ghosts and hobgoblins, and to purify them and uplift them. So our movement, very important, because Lord Shiva helped so many people that were really in the Tamagun to come out of it very quickly by contacting the Lord Chaitanya Sankirtan movement. But we have Advaita Acharya to thank for that. So, Lord Chaitanya said many times, he made me come. And when Srivas, Advaita is crying out, begging the Lord to come, and Srivas still holding kirtans in spite of being harassed in Navadvip, and most of the people being very materialistic. So in the 6th chapter of the Adi Leela, it's called The Glories of Advaita Acharya. Very, very important. It gives the whole chapter to try to understand his nature, but then it's got a lot of pastimes with Lord Chaitanya also. The truth of Advaita Acharya has been described in 2 verses. It is said that material nature has 2 features, namely the material cause and the efficient cause. The efficient causal activities are caused by Mahavishnu, and the material causal activities are caused by another form of Mahavishnu, known as Advaita. That Advaita, the superintendent of the cosmic manifestation, has descended in the form of Advaita Acharya to associate with Lord Chaitanya. When he is addressed as a servitor of Lord Chaitanya, his glories are magnified because one is invigorated by this mentality of servitorship. One cannot understand the mellows unless one is invigorated by this mentality of servitorship. One cannot understand the mellows derived from devotional service to the Supreme Lord Krishna. Vande tam Srimad Advaita Charyam Bhutta Chestitam Yasya Prasadat Agnopi Tat Swarupam Nirupayet. I offer respectful obeisances to Advaita, whose activities are all wonderful, and by his mercy, even a foolish person can describe his characteristics. Jaya Advaita, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Advaita, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Here's 2 verses to describe the glories of Advaita. Mahavishnu Jagat Karta Mayaya Yakshijat Yada Tasyavatara Evayam Advaita Charya Ishvara. Advaita is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the actions of mind. Advaitam Adinadvaitat Acharyam Bhakti Samsanat Bhaktavataramisam Tam Advaita Charyam Ashraye. Because he is non-different from Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he's called Advaita, and because he propagates the cult of devotion, he's called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore I take shelter of him. He's directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His glory is beyond the conception of ordinary human beings. So, Advaita is the direct incarnation of Mahavishnu, which is stressed throughout this chapter. But he came when Krishna decided to come as Lord Chaitanya. He sent ahead, many devotees, his parents, and many other older devotees, Srivas Acharya and Advaita Acharya. When they were much older, they were present first, Haridas Thakur. And Advaita is the one who actually called Krishna to come. So we owe great favor to him. Jaya Kora Shiyacharya, Jaya Kora Sitapati, Advaita Goswami, Tava Kripa Chaitanya Nitai, that by the mercy of Advaita we can get Lord Chaitanya. He came because Advaita begged him to come. Advaita was very disgusted with the people of Navadvip. They were very wealthy and prestigious because it was a big university center. And they were just worshipping Durga and enjoying great material opulence. Their religious festivals were big weddings, all the things you do for children and families, I guess. But they weren't worshipping Krishna, very few people. So he was very unhappy. So his idea was only Krishna could change that. No one else had that power. And he even told his associates, if I'm going to call Krishna to come, and if he doesn't come, I'm going to manifest my forearm for him and kill everybody. So he knew that would encourage Krishna to come, because Krishna wouldn't want to do that. So he worshipped Shalagram by the Ganga's bank. This place is still there. The Ganga's not there anymore, but the place is there. We have that festival every year, Shantipur. So he worshipped with Ganga Jal and Tulsi. The best thing to offer Krishna is Tulsi and Ganga water. And he cried out for Krishna to come. And he was shouting so loud, it said the demigods could hear it. They didn't know what it was. They thought it's a devastation of the universe or something. Pierced through the coverings of the universe and reached to Krishna. So Krishna came. So Lord Chaitanya came and he took birth. And of course, everybody came to visit Advaita amongst them, and his wife, Sita Thakurani. And she gave the name Nimai, at least what I've heard. For he was born under a neem tree, and that the neem is auspicious, so she thought just the name of neem will protect him. So even though his astrological name was Vishwambar, he was always called Nimai. For a long time, Nimai Pandit. As a child, he was Nimai. So this is an auspicious name. And then, I don't know, we don't hear too much about Advaita being around so much during the growing up of Nimai, but later he was very much involved in his pastimes. After he revealed himself, and he started acting as a devotee and preaching, and then after Nityananda came, Advaita and Nityananda were very close. We have many pastimes with them, joking, and it would be bewildering. It said only Lord Chaitanya could understand their conversations, because they would be seemingly insulting each other. Nityananda, like when they came back after Lord Chaitanya's sannyas, they misdirected him to come back to Navadvip, and then Advaita met him on a boat. He jumped in the Ganga, thinking he was at the Jamuna, and he saw Advaita, and he said, "What are you doing here in Vrindavan?" And he said, "Wherever you are, that's Vrindavan." So he took him in the boat. He had clean cloth and dry cloth ready for him, and they went to Shantipur. Advaita had been in Vrindavan previously, but he came back, he left, and he had discovered or found the Madan Mohan deity and worshipped for some time, and then left him there in Vrindavan. And he's back to Shantipur, and he was the leader of all the Brahmanas in Shantipur. So they went to Shantipur, and Advaita had prepared prasadam for Nityananda and Chaitanya. It was huge preparations. This long description and like 100 different vegetables. And they served on. He had set up 3 plates. One was silver, that was for offering Vishnu, and then 2 big complete banana leaf. You know, we usually cut them in so many pieces. And covered with rice, and then all surrounded by pots of vegetables. Lord Chaitanya complained. He said, I'm a sannyasi, I don't want to eat so much, and I just want some boiled vegetables. Lapra. And Advaita chastised him and said, well, I know who you are. And you know how you eat at Jagannath Puri every day. So just be happy and eat. And no matter what they ate, as soon as the pot was half gone, he'd fill it up again. Nityananda, on the other hand, said, I've been fasting for a few days, and this is nothing, and my stomach is still empty, and why don't you give me more? So he also told him, you don't complain either. You're a guest here, and you should. And then he insulted him and said, we don't even know who you are. You're some kind of a avaduta mendicant. Nobody knows where you come from, and probably my caste is lost, by eating with you. And then Nityananda accused him of being a Mayavadi. They went back and forth like that quite a bit. But that way, actually, then it's explained how they were actually praising each other by, these negative ways. I can't follow the exact grammar of it, but so they were very, very close all the time. Nityananda and Advaita had the water fights when they were having the festival of Jagannath Puri, splashing each other. Lord Chaitanya and sometimes he told him, yeah, Advaita act your age, Advaita and Sarvabhauma playing like children. And then very, very close. And Advaita was always chosen as a chief dancer when Lord Chaitanya organized Kirtan, Ratha Yatra. I always try to get encouraged by that, but Advaita, Srivas, and Haridas, they were the oldest ones, and they were always chief dancers in different groups. And now the Karmis say you don't stop dancing because you get old. Say you get old because you stop dancing. And they're doing all this research that dancing is such good exercise, especially dancing and singing is very good exercise. So we have the best program materially and spiritually. And the Swedish government, they came up with that for helping children to develop good character, responsive singing is very good. And kirtan, that's what the kirtan rabbi said. When he defines kirtan, he says it's responsive. Call and response, it's kirtan. And he does kirtan in the synagogue, but he chants Hasidic hymns. But he plays a harmonium and sings, and then everybody dances and they chant. And they're saying it's ecstatic, the kirtan rabbi is ecstatic. I'm sure he learned it from the Hare Krishnas. But Advaita, Lord Chaitanya, due to Advaita being very senior by age, always offered great respect to him. And Advaita didn't like that, because he understood Lord Chaitanya was Krishna himself. So he was envious of devotees who were getting chastised by Lord Chaitanya. And why should they get more mercy than me? So he made a scheme, and he started preaching Yoga Vashishta, some book that stresses on Jnana as being more important than Bhakti. So Lord Chaitanya got very upset about that. He went to his house, started slapping him around, said he threw him right out the door, fell on the ground, he was kicking him. And his wife was crying, he's an old man, be careful. But Advaita was very happy. And finally he got chastised by the Lord, he wasn't being honored. But still Lord Chaitanya, normally I think he always honored him. So they had many pastimes. Advaita was the Srimad Bhagavatam teacher of Vishwarupa, the older brother of Lord Chaitanya. And he was young, probably 18 or something. He quickly finished all studies, and then he just spent all his time with Advaita studying Srimad Bhagavatam. And then he heard that the parents were thinking he should get married, so he just immediately left and took sannyas. He left. Nobody knew where he went. So Sachimata was blaming Advaita that he had influenced her son to leave home, and she was not happy with him. So when they had that festival at Advaita's house, Lord Chaitanya said, Sachimata can never get Krishna Prema. And everybody was shocked, how could that be? Because Sachimata is cooking for everybody all the time, and, devoted, and they knew Lord Chaitanya is God. She's his mother, and everybody was bewildered. He said that she's offended Advaita Acharya, and she has to touch the feet of Lord Advaita to get purified, put the dust on her head or something. So Advaita was really embarrassed, and she tried to touch his feet, but he didn't want that. Thought she's superior to him. So he touched her feet. But then when he touched the feet of Sachimata, he, in ecstasy, fell backwards unconscious. And then she put her feet, she got her head on his feet, and then she was in ecstasy, and he woke up, and then Lord Chaitanya said, now she can have Krishna Prema. She touched the feet of Advaita. And even in the dancing, said Lord Chaitanya and Advaita would try to touch the feet of Lord Chaitanya, but he would always get away. And then he would try to touch the feet, and Advaita would try to get away, but Lord Chaitanya was bigger and more powerful, and he could touch the feet of Advaita. And one time Advaita somehow sneaked in the kirtan, and he got to touch the feet of Lord Chaitanya and put the dust on his head. And then Lord Chaitanya, he stopped. He said, something's wrong here. Somebody's, stolen the dust from my feet. Who's made this offense? And everybody knew it was Advaita they'd seen, but they didn't want to say anything. And then Advaita was afraid, but then he saw the other devotees, were getting distressed, and so he admitted he did it. So Lord Chaitanya, I don't know exactly, he took it. He grabbed his feet forcibly and put them on his head or something. So this is, the loving exchanges between, the Supreme Krishna, the origin of everything, Mahavishnu, and Nityananda, who's Mahavishnu is a direct not a direct, but expansion of Nityananda, because first there's other expansions, and Chaturvyuha and all that. Finally comes Mahavishnu that creates all the material universe, a direct cause. So Advaita was active in the kirtans all the time. He was active in visiting Puri every year with all the devotees. He remained a great leader and kirtan dancer and teacher of bhakti. So we had that great debt to Advaita Acharya, so we should try to remember him and get his mercy. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, almost always is referred to as Mahavishnu, and in Chaitanya Bhagavad, mostly as Sadashiva. Sadashiva is something I don't find a lot of description. It's not the exact, something beyond the Shiva we see in the material world. Even I heard he's in Goloka, and he's more or less the same as Advaita Acharya, because it's that first purport is saying in the summary that there's a different energy. One is called Advaita. It says His glory is beyond the perception of ordinary living beings. That's a fact. He's called Advaita because He's non-different than the Lord. It's another energy, truth of Advaita. The efficient causal activities are caused by Mahavishnu, and the material causal activities are created by another Mahavishnu called Advaita. That Advaita is the superintendent of the cosmic manifestation, as descended in the form of Advaita Acharya. So that's about all I can say about Advaita. And we owe that, like I said, and Lord Chaitanya always said that, and he made me come. He is crying out, He forced me to come in. He cried out so loud it pierced through the coverings of the universe. I could hear it in the spiritual world. So any comments or any other information? Today we have, at least we have a chance to preach, Sunday. Okay, anything? Do you know any more about it? With any comments? Advaita Acharya ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari. Chiangmai Bhakti Vrinda ki jai.